Hi, I'm Ben Swigle with Colorado Parks and Wildlife. These are my assistant fish biologists, Alex and Jason. A lot of times a year we'll get a call that a reservoir is being drained or we lose a lease, and sometimes we need to come out and move some fish around to keep the resource viable. So 3 weeks ago we completed a disease sample on these fish to make sure we're not moving diseased fish, and this reservoir is scheduled to be dropped about 15 feet and could potentially suffer a winter kill. So we're going to use a technique called boat electrofishing today to move some largemouth bass and put them in public waters that have regulatory protection, and come along for the ride. We're going to start shocking now.
So the way that boat electrofishing works is we're emitting a current through the water that temporarily stuns the fish. So these electrodes that we have out on the booms here are the positive part of that current, and then on the side of the boat we have smaller electrodes that run into the water, creating the negative part of the current, which builds that circuit for us.
So now we're just transferring the largemouth we caught out of the reservoir using electrofishing into our hauling tanks on the truck that's equipped with oxygen, so we can haul quite a few pounds of fish in a relatively small volume of water. And we can keep those on the truck for a few hours while we go collect some more fish, and probably head up to St. Vrain State Park today and put some bass in some of the catch-release ponds.
Hey guys, welcome to LFK TV. I'm not going to call this episode 5. This is a special Thanksgiving episode, especially to you bass fishermen out there. I'm with Jason Duff, Ben Swigle, and Alex Wooding. You know, Ben, tell us a little bit about what took place today.
Well, today we had the opportunity to do a salvage on a private reservoir. There's a chance that this reservoir may winter kill. So before they draw it down, we wanted to move as many sport fish as we possibly could so the public could use the resource and not go to waste. So we used our stream our boat shocking electrofishing boat, and we moved out about 100 largemouth bass, averaging around 17 inches. And again, like I said earlier, we disease tested those to make sure we're not moving them where we don't want them. Yeah. And then we moved it into a public water here that's catch and release only, and the anglers will have the opportunity to use that resource now.
It was such an awesome day, guys. You'll see the footage. Now we got a little bit of wind blowing in, but you guys work in anything. If you're transferring fish, if it's windy, if there's chop, you guys, it's all year long. You're working to improve the resources for us as anglers. And like I said, this is a Thanksgiving episode of LFK TV, so I want to tell you thank you from all the fishermen in the state, especially from Born to Fish Media. Tell me a little bit about these two gentlemen that are with us.
Jason and Alex have been seasonals with me since...
You can't make that up, dude. You can't make that up.
They've been with me since May. This is actually Alex's second season. Both are recent college graduates. Eventually, they may go on to hopefully get a position like mine as a full-time fish biologist with maybe Parks and Wildlife, or certainly any other the other organizations out there that manage the natural resources.
These guys work so hard for the opportunities that we have, and I feel so fortunate with LFK TV to be able to highlight what you guys do, because it's going to be a big bump in the bass fishing at a couple bodies of water. Can we tell them one body of water that we're going to move some of these fish to?
Yeah, this is actually the third time we've been back to this particular reservoir to salvage fish. The first couple of times we actually had the lead because our tanks were so full of these largemouth. So the first stop, but we went out to Hudsontown Pond, which is just east of Denver, and got that fishery instantly rebuilt. They'd suffered a summer kill, and folks out there in Hudson put an aeration system on, and so we got that fishery rebuilt overnight. And then the next trip, we went up and saw your good friends at St. Vrain State Park.
Awesome.
There's two waters up there, Blue Heron Reservoir and Bald Eagle, that are catch and release only on bass. We upgraded those. Before we put those fish in, we did a survey to make sure we had enough forage to support that many teeth. And we had plenty of bluegill, crappie, yellow perch, so we went ahead and put some fish in there. And today we're in a small water near Boulder, transferring these fish.
It's so awesome. And when you see these guys working together, we're not just moving the bass, we're moving some forage fish too to support these bass and some of these ponds are going in.
Absolutely. Yeah, we move a lot of bluegill, green sunfish, and black crappie as well. So all sport fish, but they're all food for the bass as well. So we need to make sure that it's a well-balanced ecosystem.
And another thing that I think is really cool is a lot of the fisheries that these are going into are protected. This fishery that we're at right now, you walk into it and it's got that big CPW sign, catch and release only for bass. Now that's by design, right?
Yeah. This pond, through our sampling methods, we detected a very robust population of largemouth. And we completed a Fishing is Fun project, building a belly boat access as well as a fishing pier. And as a result, the fishing pressure increased. So in order to promote and protect what was here, we installed that regulation in 2016.
Awesome. Well, like I said, guys, Thanksgiving, we can't thank you guys enough. I hope all the anglers out there, if you see these guys working a body of water that you're fishing, make sure you tell them thank you. The reason why we have such awesome fishing, and we do, like we have crazy opportunities, you know, you had a half hour that way, you got different species, half hour that way, you got different species, and that doesn't happen by chance. It's all the hard work that you guys do. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.